안녕하세요. 쿠키 코리아입니다. You just finished eating at a local Korean restaurant. But wait, why isn't anyone bringing the bill? Do you just sit there forever? And do Koreans really not leave any tip at all? Not even 1%? And what if you want to pay separately with your friends? Koreans even have a slang for this. No textbooks, just real-life Korean you can actually use. You're watching Bite-Sized Korean Cookie Korea. Mr. Cookie and his colleague are done eating. Let's see how people actually pay at a local Korean restaurant. Where's the bill? Actually, in many Korean restaurants, especially casual ones, the staff won't bring the bill to your table. This surprises many travelers who expect table service, but in Korea, it's usually self-service when it comes to the bill. You go up to the counter when you're ready. Then how do they know what I ordered? They usually remember your table number or seat. And that's enough. After eating, you go to the counter, usually near the entrance, and say, 계산이요. 계산이요. Sounds short, right? But in Korean, that's all you need to say to pay. It literally means the bill, please, but actually means I'd like to pay. Even if no one is at the counter, just saying 계산이요 politely calls someone over. It's like saying, excuse me, I'm ready to pay, all in one word. The staff will tell you the total price like this. 2만 원입니다. 2만 원입니다. Let's break it down. 2만 means 20,000 and 1 is the Korean money just like dollar or yen. Lastly, 입니다 is the polite sentence ending meaning is. So it means it's 20,000 won. Normally, this is the total amount for your table, not per person. In Korea, you don't need to tip at all. Not 10%, not even 1%. Seriously, 0. Tipping is not part of a Korean restaurant culture, and most locals never tip. Your bill already includes everything. The price you see is the price you pay. Even if you had amazing service, you're not expected to leave a tip. Instead, just say a warm 감사합니다, and that's more than enough. Some senior people or those in high positions may occasionally leave a tip, especially at high-end restaurants, but in everyday places like casual restaurants or cafes, no one tips. So you don't have to stress or do any mental math. No awkward moments, no guessing, just pay and go. After listening to the total amount, just hand over your card or cash. In Korea, card payment is super common. Most people don't carry cash these days. Card or mobile pay are the standard, and Korean restaurants are card-friendly, even for tiny amounts like 1,000 won. Have you ever seen Koreans argue over who pays? It's actually polite. This polite payment fight is part of a Korean dining culture. Older people or higher-ranking people often insist on paying. And sometimes, if friends meet again after a long time, They do this to show how happy they are to see each other. It's more like a sweet argument. It's on me. No, I'm paying. And here's how to say it. 제가 낼게요. 제가 낼게요. This is the go-to phrase for it's on me in Korean. What if you're talking to a close friend or someone younger? Then you can drop the formal tone and just say 내가 낼게. 내가 낼게. It means the same it's on me but in casual Korean. In Korea, it's actually considered impolite for a younger person to offer to pay first, especially when dining with someone older. It can feel like you're stepping out of line or ignoring the usual respect rules. So, unless you're very close or it's your turn, it's better to wait or say something like 다음에 제가 살게요. 다음에 제가 살게요. What about colleagues who eat together every day? We'll cover that in the 꿀팁 section, so stick around till the end. On your way out, even if you don't know the staff personally, saying this shows good manners. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. It means thank you for the meal, and it's a polite way to say goodbye with appreciation. If someone treated you or cooked for you, you must say this to show your thanks. It's a small phrase, but it really matters in Korean culture. Never forget to say this to them. Now let's practice each phrase together twice. I'll say first, then give you a moment to repeat it after me. 계산이요. 계산이요. 이만 원입니다. 이만 원입니다. 제가 낼게요. 제가 낼게요. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 꿀팁. Who pays in Korea? In Korea, when friends eat together, usually one person pays for the whole meal. But don't worry, others don't just leave without paying their share. They'll just send their part later using mobile banking. Mobile payments in Korea are super fast and easy. You can even send money to your friends just by knowing their phone number or using apps like KakaoPay or Toss. And trust me, it takes only a few seconds. What about at work? In one of our older videos, we talked about how in the past, the older or higher ranking person would choose the lunch menu. And guess what? They often paid for everyone too. That's why the whole conversation and vibe usually followed the payer's lead. It's kind of like if you're paying, you get to pick. And sometimes people take turns paying. This was common in the past and still happens a lot today. But recently, things are changing. More and more people just pay their own. And honestly, I think this helps create a more equal, relaxed atmosphere among colleagues. 더치페이, 엔빵. In Korea, when we pay separately, we just say 더치페이해요. 더치페이해요. It means let's go Dutch. It's widely used. But here's something fun. Younger people often say 엔빵 instead. Let me break it down. Here, N means the number of people, and 빵 is the sound effect for something like a gunshot. Bang! So where does this come from? Well, in Korean slang, when someone offers to pay for everyone, we often say 쏜다, which literally means to shoot. It uses the same verb we use for shooting a gun or an arrow. So why shoot? Think of it like this. If someone says 내가 쏜다, it means I got this or it's on me, but it's more than just paying. It shows a joyful willingness to treat others, like saying, I'm happy to cover it for everyone. Now combine that with N, and instead of using the verb 쏜다, people started using the sound effect 빵, which mimics a gunshot. It's like saying, let's share the cost among N people as a fun slang. It's super casual and commonly used among friends. So you might hear an expression like 엔빵하자. 엔빵하자. Let's divide the total cost equally. Let's wrap up with a quick review. Here are today's real-life Korean expressions at native speed. 계산이요. 계산이요. 2만원입니다. 2만원입니다. 제가 낼게요. 제가 낼게요. 내가 낼게. 내가 낼게. 다음에 제가 살게요. 다음에 제가 살게요. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 더치페이해요. 더치페이해요. 엔빵하자. 엔빵하자. 오늘은 여기까지. 고생 많으셨습니다. Subscribe for more real Korean you can use in real life. This was Bite-sized Korean Cookie Korea.